Hello and welcome to another video on Adobe Photoshop, and we were talking about the main tools over here. And in the last video we have talked about the cropping tool, and now we're going to be skipping the frame tool, but we're going to be talking about the eye dripping tool right now. So this is the eyedropper tool with this eyedropper icon. And in Adobe Photoshop, since you have to work with colors a lot of time, you have to choose a specific color to match with the background and etc. So for that, you simply need to use the eyedropper tool because it will give you the information of how specific the color combinations are. So you will get to know the specific color because there are millions of varieties of color in Adobe Photoshop. So let me show you how this works. You simply have to click on it, and then you just need to click on the place where you need to know the color. So for example, I want to know the color of this leaf around here. So for that, what I can do is I simply click on it, and as you can see that it's showing me a color. And now if I move around the blue part or the ocean, you will see that the color changes. And when I click over here, you will see that the color that I show over here, the color is actually being reviewed to me in this panel over here, the color panel. So when I select the ocean part, it will show me the exact color the ocean is right now. So if I select the sky, the color combination changes. And if you want to know the value of all these colors, or the hex value, the R value, G value, or the B value, and the abbreviation of this RGB is red, green, and blue. These are the combination of these three colors in light and dark shades. So you simply have to double click in this option, and you will get to know the exact color. It will show you in this preview panel, and then it will show you the hex value, which is over here, and there is the RGB value, the HSB, LAB, CMYK. So you can also add swatches and color libraries, and you will see that the color is over here. Now if I select this mountain area, you will see that this is the color. It has been shown over here. Now if I change it to this area in this green part, you will see that the previewer is showing me the color green over here, as you can see. So if you want to edit right now, or you want to fill this place with this same background, you simply have to use this color to add this effect over here. And these are the values if you want to copy and paste it to somewhere else for another person who you'll be collaborating with, perhaps. Okay, so that's it for the eyedropper tool. So as you can see that there is a arrow just on the bottom side of the eyedropper tool. That means there are multiple tools inside it. So we simply have to click on it, and as you can see that there is the eyedropper tool which we just talked about. Then there is the 3D material eyedropper tool, and this only works with materials that have 3D effects. So when you work with 3D affected pictures or something like that, then you'll be able to use this feature. Then there is the color sampler tool, the ruler tool, the note tool, and the count tool. So now let's skip this one, the 3D material eyedropper tool, and let's talk about the color sampler tool, shall we? So you simply have to first select the color sampler tool, and as you can see that after I have selected the color sampler tool, my cursor have changed, and now what I can do is I can actually see the color in a much more efficient way. So uh, as you can see that when I clicked over here in this option, I got a info panel opened over here. It will pop up when you actually select this cursor and click on the preview panel. It will basically give you all the information of the coordinates or the combination of the colors over here, so you can actually work on this in a much more efficient and professional way. So this is basically one of the thing that will help you to know the color of each place. So as I have shown you that when I cut a component out of the picture, you basically can fill it with the color of the background or on the sideways environment of the picture. So you need to use the exact colors for that. So these are the exact colors. You can simply find the coordinates from this info panel. So this is the color sampler tool, and then we have the ruler tool. So the ruler, so the ruler tool is basically the tool that you will use to measure the distance, or you can also use it to shape the picture if it's clicked on an improper scale. So, for example, I would like to know the distance from this point to this point in the picture, or I'd like to know the distance from this boat to this island over here. So you simply have to left click on the boat and you simply have to drag this point to the island like this. And as you can see that after I have created this line, and information has been provided to me over here like this. This is the information that has been provided to me according to the Adobe Photoshop tool, and this picture which is measured by the pixel. So as you can see that the distance between the boat and the island is 1186.28 pixels. So this distance is measured by pixels over here. You also have the value of the angle, which is 136.3 degree. Yes. Then this is the value. And if you still don't know what a pixel is, let me show it. You simply have to zoom in the picture and like this. This is the pixel. This pixel is basically the photo measurement and the measurement that I just made with the ruler right away. The small square boxes, all of them formed up together is basically the picture over here. So all of these components are different because as you can see that all of their colors are different, but when they're actually combined together, it forms this. So that is why you can also see the color combination over here for this pixel. So this is basically a great tool to know what you have to basically do right now, since you want to know the distance from here to here. So you also got the combination here. And now let me show you what you can actually do with this more. So for example, you took the picture in a very bad scale. Like, let me show it to you. I'm gonna use some options over here. So to unlock the option, I have to unlock the background or the lock icon over here for the background layer. So now that I have unlocked, as you can see that I have got some options over here, and among them there is this option which is the angle. So right now I have this layer selected. So let me move this a bit to around, let me see, 30 degree. Okay, not 30 degrees. So for example, let me move it to 15. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me fix it again. Yeah, a little more. Yeah. So now that I have a picture like this, for example, like I have clicked a picture and it came out like this. So I want to fix it and straighten it out. So what I can do is I can create a line over here using the ruler tool. So you basically have to create a straight line like this, and you basically have to join the horizons like this of the picture. So now what you can do is you can click on this option which is saying straighten layer like this. So now as you can see that it was pretty messed up before, and right now it has been coming to a straight point. It's not perfect, but it's working. You simply have to create another line over here and it will straighten them out. So that is basically the use of the ruler tool. So let's move on to another one, and that is the note tool. So for example, you're working on a project, and not just you, there are multiple people working on a project, and after you someone work, and after you someone else might work on the same project that you have been working on. So you may leave a note, and you may leave a note in this point using the note tool, so they can know the part that you want them to do and then to begin the part of his. So you can simply click on this icon over here. I will click on here, and as you can see there right now I can basically write a note. You simply have to double click over here and this pop-up will appear in the preview panel, and you can simply write something like, for example, I would like to remove the boat. So when someone else will use this preview panel that you have been working on, he will know that there is a note over here, and when he will or she will click on this note, they will get the message like remove the boat, just as you want them to. So you can simply delete the note using this icon also. Yes, and that's how you can work on the note tool. So now let's move on to another tool, which is the count tool. So for example, let me say that there are some multiple objects over here, and you want to exactly know how many objects like that are over here, and you want to count them separately. So what you can do is use the count tool, and the count tool is pretty basic. You can simply click on any part of the component over here and you will get a digit, which is basically a little lighter over here right now. So I'm going to make it like this. Okay, so now you can also select this one, and as you can see that there will be a number over here. Okay, so you can basically make this a count tool. So you can also change the color or the size that you would like to see over here for the counting tool. For the counting tool over here, so you can categorize or number them. So this is the option over here after you select the count tool, and this option is the option to change the color. So I'm going to make it a bright color for us to see clearly, and then you can change the marker size and the label size. So the maximum is 10, so this is fine. You can simply write a digit from between 1 to 10, and I'm going to simply use 10. So right now that I have customized this setup, I'm going to click over here, and you will see that I will get a dotted point with the number 1. Now I've got 1, I'm going to click again. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is basically a tool for you to keep count of the objects that you have been working on, or you can also track it. For example, when you're creating a art mode tool, then you could basically categorize the tools that you are working on serially. So this is basically the work of these tools over here. So I'm going to talk about the next tool in the next lesson.